When creating with this pen tool exercise, first thing to do is to read the instructions at the top. So we have, it shows you when you have a corner point, when they're looking for a corner point, when they're starting a new path, when you're adding to or continuing a path, closing a path, adding an anchor point and deleting an anchor point. And then we have clicking and pressing. We have dragging a handle, and we have dragging a handle of an existing anchor point. And I'll try to actually follow those instructions as I go through here. First one, I go to my pen tool, I click, and I click, and I click. And you'll notice that when I do this, I start covering up my artwork. What I want to do, you'll see that the preference, the default is to fill it with white. I want to click on that white fill, and I'm going to click down here on the none. I can also go to the swatches palette and do the same thing. And you'll notice that now I can see through this item here, and I can actually make this a little bit brighter and go and make the pen stroke red, which might help me see it as I work. And I'm going to close that. 6, 7, 8. Now, if I hold my shift key down while I do this, it's actually even better because it holds it. Shift, shift, shift. And then I'm going to click here, click hold and shift, and click here, and click here and hold and click, hold the shift and click here. And then I come back to the beginning point. You'll notice that there's a little 0 when I have my cursor at the end of a path over the beginning of that path. And I click, and so this is all now one piece. And just to show you, I'm going to fill it for a moment, and it fills like that. And I hit Command Z. Well, I'm going to go back like that. Okay. Curved lines. So actually, I'm gonna go here, and instead of clicking, I'm gonna click and drag, and I'm gonna hold my shift key and come out to here. There's one other thing I'm gonna do to make this a little bit easier. For some reason, they've picked a layer that has a yellow as its coloring, and if I change the color of it, I'm going to double click on this layer. I have a choice of colors. I'm going to go for grass green. I think that will stand out pretty well. Click OK. And now I can see what I'm doing a whole lot better. I'm going to come over to click to 3 and click and drag the handle to 4. And I'm also going to hold my shift key while I do that so that it's completely horizontal. And then I click on 5 and shift and drag to there. And another thing that I can do to make this work better, go to the properties, change the stroke up a little bit. That'll also help see what's going on. Click on 7 and start dragging. Hold the shift key down and it's horizontal. And then click, drag, hold the shift key to there. And that's that. Now to release the pen tool, I'm going to hit the letter A and that'll release the pen tool. I come down to the curved lines. Again, I'm on my pen tool now. Click, hold the shift and drag to here. So that's 1 and 2. I come down to 3 and I click and I drag to 4. I'm not going to hold the shift key because I don't want to go horizontally there or vertically. I click here and I drag. Here's 7 and 8, click, drag to 8, 9, drag to 10, 11, drag to 12, 13, drag to 14, 15, drag to 16, 17, drag to 18, 19, drag to 20, and then I'm going to come back. Notice that I have the point, the circle in the lower right that shows that I'm right over the original starting point of this path, and it's going to link, and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag over to 2 again, and I'm going to hold my shift key down. And so that's now a completely closed path. Again, if I fill it, it looks like that. Okay. Next, I'm going to go curves with corner points. This is going to involve option shifting. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag down to here. Notice I didn't have to hit A before I moved here because the last path I closed before I left it. But if you leave an open path, you have to hit A. Okay, so next, I click here. And then I'm going to hold my control key and click and drag down here. Actually, I guess I don't need to do that here. So I come up here and I click again and I drag and I click again and I drag and I click. I didn't have to do anything fancier because of the way this is designed. You'll notice that I'm still attached, so I have to hit A to release. Next, I come up here. This is going to be a little bit more complicated. Go to my pen tool. I'm going to hit P to do that. Click and drag and hold the shift key while you're doing it. And then I come down here and I click and I drag, holding the shift key to there. And then I'm going to hold the option key and drag this handle over here. And then I click and I drag to there. And I click and I drag to there, holding my shift key down. And then I'm going to hold my option key and drag this handle over there. I click here and I drag to there, holding my shift key down. And I click and I drag to there and I hold my shift key and go like that. Then I again hold my option key and I click and I drag this to here. And I click, drag that to there. I'm actually doing this harder than I need to. Click, shift, drag, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to hold my Option key. No, it's not working that way. Okay, so again, hold my Option key, drag this handle over to there, click, hold, Shift to there, click, hold, Shift to there. I don't agree with where the release point is, but that all works like that. Again, I hit Command A to release. If I click one section here, you'll see that everything fills or everything is selected. Again, if I fill it, it's going to look like that. And I'm going to unfill it. Okay. Finding convert curves with straight lines. Go to my pen tool, click, Shift up to there, click, Shift down to there, and then I'm just going to click, and I hold the Shift, and I go over here and click, and then I click and drag up to there, holding my Shift key again, and I click and I drag down to there, and then I'm going to hit click, and I'm going to hit click, and I'm going to hit click, Shift, drag up to there, click, Shift, drag down to there, click, hold my Shift key, click, click, Shift, drag up to there, click, Shift, drag down to there, and then again, I'm going to hit my A to release. Okay, and this one fills like that. And they should all fill at the same time. There shouldn't be any of these that aren't connected. Next, we come up here. Pen tool, click and drag up to there, click and drag down to there. I'm going to hold my Option key, drag the handle up to there, click and drag down to there, and then I'm going to hold my Option key and drag the handle up. Click and drag to there, and then drag that up. Click and drag to there, and then drag it back to here. Click and drag to here. Hold the Option key and drag that up to there. Click and drag to here. Hold the Option key and drag to there. Click and drag to here. Option key, drag back to there. Click and drag to here. Option key back to here. And then click. Oops, and I'm going to hit Command Z. I'm going to hold my Option key as I click here, and I'm going to drag, and the handle comes up to 27, like that. And then if I fill this, It feels completely like that. There aren't any spaces in the middle. And clear that. Then we have another piece at the bottom. Go to the pen. I'm going to start. Click. Actually, I think, so the problem is that we're really close to this line, and what has happened is Illustrator has integrated into the pen tool and add point tool if it's over a line that already exists. So actually, I want to click slightly above the line, then click and drag to there, holding the shift key, click and drag to there, holding the shift key. We want to try to get this horizontal. Click. Drag to there. Command C. Actually, click. Then Option click and drag to there. Click and drag to there. And holding the shift key, I'm going to drag, click up there. Hit A to release. Or I could actually go up here and then down here and make this a complete object. And so this fills green. This fills brown. And then I'd want to take this object here and go object, arrange, send to back. And then I would take both of these items here right now and tell the fill to be none. Let's go back like that. Then finally, we have this, which is a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to go to the pen tool and click and drag to here. And then I go to 3 and click and drag to 4. And then I want to go to my Option key. Sorry, it says the Control key, but I think it's the Option key, and I can drag that handle down to there. Then I come over here, click and drag to there. And then it says to hold my Option key and drag it to there. Here's 10, click and drag to there. And then hold my Option key and drag that to there. And then I come to the original. And it looks like I need just a little bit more distance. Command Z, so instead of doing that, I'm going to hold the Option key when I click, and then I can drag that independently a little bit more. And when that fills, it will look like that. And then I'll save. Go back to the black arrow, File, Save. And again, you'd want to have this as File, Save As. And tool exercise _ nettles. And save it. and then you can upload it.